This guy's delusional.
Such the ladies' man, aren't you, my man?
Huh?
Mother. Yeah, yourself, asshole.
You're a ugly mother.
You. Zip it.
That was terrible. Gino and the father of his wife's baby, Matt,
That sounds crazy, but
get into an ugly confrontation on part 5 of The Last Resort's tell-all, as Matt tries to defend sleeping with Jasmine.
Dickhead, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, senior citizen.
oh god.
You can say that again, Natalie. They both should probably stay away from insults. They're not good at it. And as you can see, Rob definitely had his 2 cents to put in.
God, victim.
No,
Shut
I'm
up.
not.
Even after last episode's $500 accusation.
Can we talk about you paid
$500 to
Plus, the therapists get a dose of no-filter Florian.
You ruined her marriage.
And Jasmine makes a confession.
Oh, it's so cruel to say this so low, but like that's how I feel.
Whew, we have a lot to talk about. Let's get into it.
It's Malicia.
Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Malicia. The moment Matt joins the tell-all,
Hi.
Jasmine lights up. I don't know if I've ever seen her react that way toward Gino. Actually, I have, but it's been a while. Oof. You remember when she gave him that ridiculous kiss when they reunited at the airport in Panama?
Oh, baby. God.
He couldn't breathe. Well, Jasmine's clearly channeling that passion somewhere else now. She claims she and Matt took all the necessary precautions.
That's hard to believe.
And the baby was a surprise. Condoms are up to 98% effective at preventing pregnancy if you use them correctly. So either they didn't use one, didn't use it correctly, or baby Matilda is on a mission and she was determined to show up.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Also, Matt shares he was scared when Jasmine told him she was pregnant. He says since he was young, he's been, quote, running from getting married and having children. Which, okay, it is a bit worrisome. Why has he been running?
Hey, red flag, everybody.
But I'm getting to the age, where it's time for me to grow up, maybe have kids.
I don't even know if Jasmine would be down for this, but I wonder, did TLC consider doing a baby special with her and Matt? That would be wild, considering the circumstance, but I would be interested. I would love to see them in action as parents to baby Matilda and get more of an inside look on how Jasmine is navigating all this change. Also, in real time, the tell-all was filmed in January. Jasmine says she and Matt are not in a romantic relationship. They are co-parenting.
You were afraid to have kids, but you weren't afraid to have a kid with a married woman?
I mean, things kind of just happen sometimes in life.
Rob, you probably can relate. Life can come at you fast.
Come on, man.
After last week, Rob's points are just not landing the same for me, even the good ones. No Filter Florian tells Matt if he was him, he wouldn't have shown his face at the tell-all.
I know Gino's trying to make you think that I'm some horrible, marriage breaker, and I'm not. I'm not that type of person.
I don't know about you, but Gino hasn't influenced my thoughts on Matt. Matt agreeing to be the other man in this marriage says enough, if you ask me. Also, Gino's intuition might be weak, but his eye roll game is a beast. I would be scared to roll my eyes that hard. It looks like it hurts. Jasmine goes on to explain her attraction to both Gino and Matt because the math ain't mathin'.
He's a very attractive man. I won't deny it. Even if he wasn't my type, I think he's very attractive. But I always found my husband attractive.
When Jasmine calls Gino her husband, it throws me off. She could have said Gino.
I always found my husband attractive.
Is she trying to show him some respect? Might be a little too late for that. Maybe a little love? I mean, technically he is still her husband. But putting an emphasis on calling him that and still wearing her wedding ring while she's pregnant with another man's baby just confuses me. She might be confused too. That's what it's looking like.
I always found my husband attractive. I have always said it and people don't believe me, but it is what it is.
Well, I think he's ugly.
Yeah, you sit back in that seat, Gino. Ugly is a stretch. Matt starts to defend his decision to involve himself in Jasmine and Gino's open marriage, saying he and Jasmine were just friends and they asked him. But then he starts to give Gino advice. And what he says hints to me that he probably went into save her mode with Jasmine.
If you treat her like you just treat anybody you want to be a dickhead to, right? You're gonna have problems with her because you're gonna hurt her feelings.
Matt was the Prince Charming and Jasmine was the damsel in distress in need of some D. And some vitamin D.
That could even improve your mood, so.
I want to go home. Please, I want to go home.
You're gonna hurt her feelings. She's gonna get upset. She's gonna cry. You're not gonna get anywhere with her. You know, you're just gonna end up bumping heads and arguing all the time. So if you don't treat her pathetic, if you don't do the worst for her, and you don't talk to her like somebody that you care for.
Shut up, you don't know anything.
I get it. Gino was wrong for depriving his wife of sex for so long and making her feel unseen and undesirable. He's done some low-down things, like sending nude pictures of her to his ex.
She should have left him years ago.
But even with all of that, Jasmine isn't as innocent as Matt is trying to make her seem, especially when it comes to her words.
For instance,
Piece of you wanna go and my ex.
Ooh, speaking of her ex Dane, look y'all, I'm thinking Jasmine's type is the blonde hair, blue eyes Prince Charmings. That's what it's looking like at least. The math? It's finally mathing. Gino tries to explain why he thought the open marriage would be a good idea for them, even though their marriage was already struggling.
Gino, you said when you guys were being intimate that she still disrespected you. Things were still not good, right?
Correct.
So why'd you agree to this?
Oh, look at the poor baby. He made a mistake. Gino says he thought if he agreed to the open marriage, it would make Jasmine happy, which then would make him happy.
But she's not gonna be attacking me.
Why you can be happy somebody your wife?
Please don't interrupt me.
Florian is floored. He cannot wrap his head around it, just like some of us. Yeah, in my opinion, something is either just not clicking for Gino, or he's not being honest about his true desires. Sean asked him how did he think Jasmine having sex with someone else repeatedly would make him closer to her, and not the person she's having sex with.
Common sense or science?
Because it's an open marriage, and for instance, Reba, one of the therapists, successfully executes it.
Speaking of Reba, some cast members have opinions on how she handled her job at the resort. And I do too, which we'll get into. But first, Matt reveals that the rules they set for the open marriage was for he and Jasmine to see each other to hook up 2 days a week. Gino, did you even really care? Because 2 days? Some married couples don't even get it in that much. Jasmine was probably looking forward to those 2 days like it was the weekend. Talk about Freaky Friday. And then the topic of cheeseburgers comes into play. Jasmine says the first week of their open marriage, she was going to Matt's twice a week for 2 hours. Call it a play date.
For adults only.
And she would allegedly bring Gino a juicy treat home.
And he will always tell me like, oh, tell Matt to buy me like a burger. And I will come back home with the burger that Matt will buy to her.
This is a 100% a lie.
So she just made that up, Gino? Someone who would sit and make something like that up, I would consider dangerous. Cheeseburgers just seem too random for it to be a lie. Gino claims Jasmine never told him when she would go to Matt's, and not once did she share her location when he asked.
It's nonsense.
Who do you think is telling the truth?
I think he's a terrible piece of as well because he's sleeping with another man's wife.
If Rob is saying this, and he actually did what Sophie claims he did, his audacity is next level.
That guy, I don't need to know him to know.
Why? Okay, what he do to your life?
He got my friend's wife pregnant.
Gino is a grown man, bro. You don't need to be his cuck.
Wouldn't Gino be the cuck in this situation? Just to be clear, a cuck is actually a man whose wife sleeps with another man and he knows about it.
Dickhead, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, senior citizen.
So now it's an insult to be over 65? Matt, respect your elders. By the way, Gino is only 56.
You've never slept with her.
Yeah, we did. In the beginning, we did, idiot.
You guys have never had sex.
What are you talking about?
This guy's delusional.
Okay, Matt is the one who is sounding delulu because Jasmine even shared that she and Gino slept together. Flashback.
The problem is not his performance, because when he make love to me, it's good. I enjoy it. It's so freaking good.
Now, if Jasmine wasn't being honest and Matt knows something we don't know, that puts Jasmine and Gino's whole relationship into question and its authenticity. When asked if Matt loves Jasmine, he said he does. She's carrying his child. When they asked Jasmine if she loves Matt, she says she's, quote, figuring it out. But whatever she's feeling is written all on her face. She's also asked if she still loves Gino.
I know that a lot of people have questioned the reasons why I came to this country, but he truly knows how much I love him.
So I guess that answer is a yes. Gino tells Jasmine if she loved him, she wouldn't have pursued Matt 5 months after they got married.
Even to the day, you treat me like garbage, you have always treated me bad.
God, victim.
No,
Shut
I'm
up.
not.
Damn.
He told her to shut up. Rob has absolutely no respect for Jasmine. None. Gino and Jasmine said they both regret the open marriage. Jasmine says she should have packed her bags and went back to Panama after she realized life was not what she expected when she moved to America.
Therapy cannot fix everything, and that my marriage was done.
Yeah, honestly, it's looking like one of those lessons. If you ignore the signs that someone isn't good for you for long enough, life will throw something at you that you cannot ignore. If you know, you know. I've definitely been there before, and I've learned it doesn't have to get to rock bottom for me to walk away.
I don't remember anyone saying to me, Gino, this is not a good idea. You shouldn't do this open marriage. I don't recall anyone telling me that, Reba.
Yeah. The therapists come out, and Florian calls out Reba, the therapist who was in an ethical non-monogamous marriage herself.
Look the product. You ruined her marriage.
I think it's really easy to point fingers.
No, sweetheart, let me...
Oh, not sweetheart. Reba says she explained the risk of opening their marriage, and Jasmine agrees. But Gino says he was left out of that conversation. And honestly, from what we saw, he has a point. I get it, it's TV. Entertainment probably took priority over real therapeutic work. But because this is couples therapy, I expected more guidance from the professionals in regard to Jasmine and Gino doing something as big as opening their marriage. I respect the professionals. I don't know everything that went on behind the scenes, but in my opinion, Gino and Jasmine received more counsel from their castmates when discussing opening their marriage than the therapist. Also, side note, I don't know how helpful it was to have women on one side of the stage and men on the other side of the stage. The way I see it is that it automatically sets up a divide, like they were on opposing teams. I wonder if production will do that again.
Like, I wish this baby was you, it's so cruel to say this so low, but like, that's how I feel. I wanted to leave this with you, not with anybody else.
The episode ends with Jasmine telling Reba she wishes the baby was Gino's. And I'm not sure how genuine she's being, because from what we know, Jasmine was always hesitant to give Gino a baby, but I get the sentiment behind it. Meanwhile, Gino tells the cameras he's ready to date again.
I'm gonna find someone that's a great fit for me, that we can communicate, get along, and be happy together.
Yeah, he's rumored to be on the next season of The Single Life. But I hope he figures out whatever is going on with him deep down, so he doesn't end up depriving another woman of the affection she deserves.
I learned a lesson from this whole relationship, and I'm never gonna get myself in that situation again.
When we met them in 2021, who would have thought Jasmine and Gino's love story would end this way? Woo, they have taken us on a wild ride. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, thanks for hanging with me. That is a wrap for season 2 of The Last Resort. I will see you next time.